Good evening, everyone. Welcome to ULTV Study Abroad 101. I'm Shefali Srivastav, Marketing and Communication Manager at University Living. You're aware that recently we joined a pre-departure event for Ireland. A lot of students had a question about international bank account. So Moneyjar is here to help you out. Dedicated to making banking simpler for the students, helping them manage their money better and reducing the financial stress. We are joined by Paul Kinch, Chief Commercial Officer at Moneyjar. Hi, Paul. How are you?
Hi, Shefali, and hello, everybody from Dublin, Ireland. Great to be here, and thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us here on such short notice. And I'm pretty sure the audience, they're going to love the information that you're about to share. And I'm not going to take a lot of time of yours. We'll just dive into the conversation because I know we had a lot of questions with respect to international bank accounts, or how to go about the whole cash. Do we need to carry cash? Do we need to have a forex card or something? So what problem does exactly Moneyjar solves for the student, for international student?
Okay, Shefali, it's really the problem we solve is threefold, really. The first part being really, it's the account opening process. Moneyjar has made it really simple and convenient to open your bank account. You can open it on your phone remotely from India before you travel in less than 5 minutes. So it's a really simple and convenient solution to get your bank account open. Secondly, then, it's the security of our clients' funds. So obviously, when you're traveling to a new country, you want to make sure that you want to be certain that your money is safe and secure. Moneyjar, we are fully regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland, and all our clients' funds are 100% protected. So they have that security and that comfort that their funds are safe and secure. And then thirdly, I suppose it's the feature set we offer. We offer a very rich feature set within the app. Everything is done from your phone. And basically what we offer, it's a fully functioning current account on your phone. We offer an Irish IBAN, so it can be used as your main day-to-day current account. You can get your allowances, and if you're working, your wages paid into it, and you can pay all your day-to-day bills and direct debits. You can pay your rent, you can pay your utility bills and all from your Moneyjar account. So really, it's a full solution from account opening to day-to-day banking. Moneyjar offers that.
So everything is just a click away on your mobile phone, which is very convenient for anyone to have it. It does make sense. Now, moving forward, please, you were saying something.
Sorry, and the majority of our customers open their accounts before they arrive in Ireland. So that's because it's just so convenient, and they're set up and ready to go.
Yes, and I'll revisit this question because it's very important for many students, the emphasis on why to open a bank account before they land into the country. Now, I want to understand, in which countries are you operational as of now?
As of now, we are only operational in Ireland. We launched in Ireland over a year ago, and we're growing very strongly in Ireland. So our strategy really is just to build everything in Ireland, make sure that the functionality and the feature set we offer is good and it's the best that it can be. And then we're looking to roll out into other European markets from next year onwards.
Right. And you have been working with international students for a while now. So you have an understanding that, how their whole mindset works. So what do you think are the factors that that a student should consider when they are planning study abroad, and especially in Ireland, if we talk about?
Okay. Well, I suppose the first thing is what country they're going to study in, and obviously Ireland is one of the best places, and I would say this anyway, but Ireland is one of the best places in the world to study. We have a huge international student community here in Ireland. But I suppose really the key things, if they choose to move to study in Ireland, it's the availability of accommodation, how easy it is to get a bank account open, and really getting around, how they can move around the country and move around the city. And then, if they want to work, which a lot of students do want to work, the availability of employment in that country or that city that they're thinking of moving to.
Right. Very well said. And it does there are a lot of parameters, but of course, the parameters that you mentioned are the main bullet points that a student should definitely check once they're planning, abroad, studying abroad.
Yeah. And we have spoken to, obviously, we have an awful lot of students on our platform, international students who have their accounts with Moneyjar, and we've interviewed them, and we've a very good understanding of what they need. So they're kind of the key things that from our conversations with them, what the feedback is.
Right. That's why I asked you this question, because what happens when you are an interaction student, you get to know their internal decision making, how the whole thing is happening, what are the steps that they are following. Now, in the previous question, you mentioned that a lot of students open their bank account before they land into the country. Now, why it is so important to have an international bank account or to have a credit card before they land? Why do you think it's important for international students?
I suppose really it's because they're financially, when they arrive here, once their account is open and they have funds in their account, they are ready to go from a financial perspective. If they need to pay a deposit on accommodation before they arrive, they can do that. So they're set up and they're ready to go. It's safer as well. It means you don't have to carry cash. It means you have an account, you have an Irish bank account. So really there's no need to carry cash. You can hit the ground running from a financial perspective when you land in Ireland.
And how does this process work? If you can just help us a little in understanding.
In terms of opening the bank account?
Yeah, my next question is actually this only. What documents one needs to open a bank account, and how this whole process works? If we transfer the money into INR, it get converted, or we transfer money in Irish money itself? Okay.
So really, Moneyjar has made it really simple to open your account with us. All you need is your passport, so proof of identity, and a valid Irish address. So that's all you need. You do not need proof of address, and you can open your Moneyjar account with a temporary address. So it's really, really convenient to open a Moneyjar account. So simple, so easy. And I suppose we take all the red tape out of that process of getting the account open. So literally it takes 5 minutes on your mobile phone to open your account.
Right. And you guys have a prepaid card. What exactly is that prepaid card?
We are partnered with MasterCard. So when you open your Moneyjar account, within 5 minutes, you will get a virtual MasterCard. So a prepaid card means that you have to have funds in your account in order to use it. So if you do not have any funds in your account, you won't be able to make any transactions with your MasterCard or in the bank with your bank account. So I suppose it's different to a traditional current account in that you cannot go into overdraft. So you do not incur any additional penalty fees or anything like that. So once there's money in your account, you can use it. The card is fully loaded with funds, and that's really the difference with a prepaid card.
Okay, that does make sense. Now, just a little clarity. So if there is a student who has opened a Moneyjar account, they have to deposit the money in their domestic currency, and Moneyjar converts that domestic currency with respect to the exchange rate to Irish currency, correct?
Yes. So we are launching an integrated foreign exchange feature in our app within the next couple of weeks. So the first part of that will be outbound foreign exchange. So our customers within the app will be able to send INR back home to India. And then by September time, they will be able to transfer money into their Moneyjar account, INR into Euro within the app. So we will have the full suite of outbound foreign exchange and inbound foreign exchange. And INR is one of the currencies that we will be supporting. You'll be glad to hear. So your students will be able to transfer money, their INR, directly into their Moneyjar account from home.
Perfect. That's actually a great news for all the students, and across the globe. I believe if there is an already exchange on the app itself, it will be very easy and convenient for the students to transfer the money. So yes. Now moving forward, there is this mission that you guys are onto, just moving across the traditional banking system and, making it more convenient and stress-free for the user. So how is Moneyjar, or how is your process different from the traditional banking process?
It's really convenience. So it is. to open a bank account with a traditional bank in Ireland, it's a long and painful experience. You have to physically be in Ireland. You have to physically go to a bank branch, and you have to provide proof of address. So you need to have a utility bill, so from a utility provider to prove your address before you can open your account. So it can take anything between 4 to 8 weeks to open a bank account with a traditional bank in Ireland, whereas with Moneyjar, you can open it in 5 minutes before you leave India. So that's the big difference. So we make it so simple and convenient.
Okay, so it's a very long queue at Ireland, right, for the banking process, if I ask, just like UK?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah.
Right.
So we have we have cut out all of that bureaucracy and red tape, and we've made it just so easy and convenient. And it's just so simple to get your account open, and it's immediate. It's an instant bank account opening, and you're ready to go.
Perfect. Now, how it's very convenient for a student? Do you guys have any offer for the student, international student?
Yes. What we offer the international students is we offer them 6 months free of our monthly management charge. So the way our fees work is we have a $2.99 per month fixed monthly management fee, and then you pay your transaction fees as you use them on top of that. So what we offer international students coming in is the first 6 months free of that $2.99 monthly management fee.
Okay, perfect. And what is the cost of living in Ireland, if I ask you, just if you have an idea about it?
Yeah, the cost of living in Ireland, unfortunately, as it is across the world, it's increasing. But I suppose it depends on, there's a lot of variables there depending on the type of accommodation, as a student's lifestyle and that. But it's somewhere between 12 to 18,000 euros per annum is really the cost of living for students. So like I would encourage students to get part-time jobs, to get a part-time job, to supplement their income. And there are plenty of jobs available here in Ireland. So that's the one good thing about coming to Ireland, is that you would pick up a job, no problem at all, within a few days of arriving here, because there's a huge labour shortage in Ireland, particularly in the hospitality industry. So and for students to get a part-time job, I think it's good for them, because they meet new people and they learn about our culture, and it'll be, I think overall it'll be very good for students to get a part-time job, not only for the money element, but also for the social element and meeting people and getting that exposure to Irish culture.
Yeah, it does make sense. And of course, with the I think it's a very proud feeling if you are able to, cover your own expenses a little bit as a student, that you feel proud about it, and you're doing something on your own. You feel occupied. You're not sitting idle at a place. You're able to explore. You're able to meet new people on a regular basis. So it definitely adds up to the whole experience of a student. Right. Now, I have a question. I should have asked this question a little earlier only. What if this prepaid card is lost? Then how does it help? And do you deliver this prepaid card at the student's home address, or how does it get delivered?
Okay. So when the student arrives in Ireland, they can order the card from our app. So you just go in and log into the app, and then there's in the card section, you order a real card. So there's a €5 charge for the real card, and it's delivered then within about 2 weeks. It'll arrive to your address you would have used when you opened your account. If you lose your card, you can block the card in the app. So there's a section within the card section to block your card. So that means that nobody else can use it. So it's secure. And then you just order a replacement card. So you just contact customer service, and they will order a replacement card for you. And another thing with Moneyjar as well is that we have a customer service team based here in Ireland, and they're actual humans. They're not robots. So you get to speak to a real person, and which is unusual these days. So and our response times are really quick. So we come back to people within about 10 or 15 minutes. So if there's any issues at all that students have, either when they sign up or opening their account, we resolve them really quickly.
Perfect. And in fact, a human touch is actually something really missing these days. You mentioned it pretty well. It's very convenient, especially if you go for Uber, and there's always another IVR. So we definitely have seen this kind of gap happening, and it's a good thing that you are providing a human voice to the person, because that's more relatable to the student who are in a little panic situation because their card is lost or something has happened to the card and it has money.
Yeah, but the good thing about if they do lose the card, they can block it in the app, so the card is effectively useless to anybody then.
Right. So that's the whole convenience of the app that we are talking about here. Everything is at just a click, one click away, just like normal app that are available in India or in any other part of the country, world. I'll say, in fact, that most of the credit card apps are something of similar sort. So you can just block your card, or you can just set a limit to it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Perfect. And I have one more question. Can a student withdraw cash just in case they need it?
Yes. Yeah, they can go to, because it's a MasterCard, they can go to any ATM and withdraw cash.
Okay. And is there a limit? Yeah.
Sorry. There's a daily limit of €700 per day.
Okay, so that's what I was about to ask. What is the limit to the withdrawal? So it's €700 per day.
Per day, yeah. And we also have a cash lodgement facility. So our customers can go into, we're partnered with a company called Payzone, and they have terminals in all the small convenience corner shops in Ireland, about 3,000 of them. And you can go in and you can deposit cash over the counter into your Moneyjar account, and it'll appear in your account within 15 minutes. So say, for example, the student was working in a bar and they got tips. They could save them up, and then they could go and lodge them into their Moneyjar account, and then they could spend money on their MasterCard.
Perfect. Okay, one more question. The whole Moneyjar is actually like a Pandora box. I just keep getting questions in my mind. So how do you decide the limit of the card for a student?
Well, we have two sets of limits. So we basically, we don't differentiate between students and employees. So basically, anybody earning €80,000 or below it all have the same limits. So that's what the students will qualify for. So there's limits in terms of how much they can lodge into their account every month, and how much they can spend as well. So they're all on our website on www.moneyjar.world, and you'll see all the limits, the spending limits, and all there.
Perfect. Now we're almost near our closing session. What are I just have a couple of questions left. What are some tips that you would like to recommend to students to manage their finances? Because when they land in a foreign country, they're very overwhelmed. Some of them like to party a lot. Some of them like to try everything which is available over there. They just go crazy on the sales that are happening all over the year.
I think really they should budget for all their main day-to-day items like rent and food and travel. That's the first thing they should do, and make sure that they have all the necessities covered before they go out partying. In Ireland, and from our conversations with students, to get around Ireland, you can get what's called a Leap card. So it's a travel card that you can buy, and students get very good discounts on it. And it means you can use all the buses, the suburban railway. You can get around Ireland really easily with the Leap card. So that's one thing I would really recommend that they get when they get to Ireland. It means they can travel around. And of course, they should shop around as well. Like if they're for their grocery shopping, make sure that they're getting everything at the best price they can. In addition, then Moneyjar, we have a fantastic feature called jars. So you can that's where the Moneyjar name came from originally. And so there's jars in the app, and you can set up a jar to save for your grocery shopping or for your rent or utility bills. And it's becoming really popular with our customers, because particularly younger people like students and that. So it means they set money aside. So they set a jar up, say, for rent or for their electricity bill or their Wi-Fi. And it means that money is put away and they don't spend it. So then they can set all their money aside, and then whatever's left, they can go out partying with.
That's interesting. I remember in my days in India, especially, we do have these, money pots where we store our money, pocket money, and everything just to
Yeah.
keep it safe. I believe that's why Moneyjar comes into picture all across the world. Kids usually do this kind of, activity. They always keep their money safe in some small pocket, pot, or a little that puppy house that's always there. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So these are digital versions of that, digital jar.
Now this is for the little older kids, I'll say.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Paul, for joining us. Before we close our session, is there any 2 cents of wisdom that you want to share with the students and the viewers who are watching this?
Yeah, I suppose really study hard, work hard, but enjoy life as well. I think it's healthy to have a good work-life balance. Obviously, you need your family and your friends, but you also need like an outlet like sport or a hobby, which is good for you, to switch off from either work or study. And travel as well. And obviously, students coming to Ireland, travel is a fantastic way of opening up your mind to new experiences and cultures. But really, the big thing for me that I've learned through my career really is getting the work-life balance correct. You cannot have it imbalanced either way because it's not good for you. And in Ireland, we have a saying that all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So you have to make sure that you're not a dull boy, that you're a happy boy. So it's not all about studying all the time or working all the time. It's getting that balance correct. That's my 2 cents of wisdom for you.
Thank you so much. So on this note, don't be Jack, guys. Have a
Yeah.
little balance in your life, and balance is always key to the happiness and to better things into life. We'll be closing our session. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you found it useful. Looking forward to see you guys next Friday in ULTV Student Diaries. Do check out our social media handles for more information. Thank you. Thank you so much, Paul, for joining us today.
Thank you, Shivali. It was a pleasure.